Hello, my name is Dave and I'm founder of DBI Analytics and ABIS BV. Today I'm presenting you the future of business intelligence at DBI. We are the first startup in Europe, maybe in the whole world, that has the technology that can change an entire industry for data analytics consulting. Our team is already working with AI agents every day that can help us to analyze complex data structures, find bugs, and eliminate data quality issues, with 11 times faster and over 60% less labor costs. For large companies, this is a real game changer, where consulting is going to shift from expensive manual labor work to guided agentic workflows. This is how consulting already starts shifting today, from overly efforts to high-paid hourly rates to complete transparency. Clients of today demand cost prediction in services, effort caps, and code documentation with automation for smooth handovers. Consultancy will change from manual labor work to dynamic and agile agentic workflows that drive efficiency and innovation for the next level of BI. Before we start our demo, let's talk about the technical setup and what does it mean. ABIS is a desktop application that acts like a brain for Claude agents in the chain of thoughts to memorize important context and information. It offers lineage and tools and capabilities that combine with other MCP servers like Power BI perfectly as architect and smart planner. Why does it matter, and why is everyone talking about context graphs? Agents like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and Grok share the same issue: limited context windows. False and unvalidated information can lead to hallucinations, wrong assumptions, and bad code. Compliance is the key to govern data quality in the age of agentic BI. It matters because it can set clear boundaries and rules for the agent, access faster memory, and provides full traceability of decisions taken. First, let me tell you more about the ABIS context application. It basically enables you to import different kinds of data sources like SSRS reports, Power BI reports, and also generic SQL to analyze the full lineage and get basically the information out, where data comes from, how it's processed inside the internal models, and how it's all connected. In this case, what we are doing now is basically we have a Power BI, SQL files that we want to analyze together to create a comprehensive data migration plan from SQL that we need to implement for a client. Great, so let's get started by connecting with the model. Claude Desktop is now connecting with ABIS directly to retrieve the context information and capabilities to read the graph. It can access different context slices that are available in the graph. Now it reads all the information from the database. We can allow different commands, but we can also set allow all, but I recommend to not allow all commands and to control the workflows. SQL development is basically set up, so we have our projects, we have our workspace ID, we have our pinned graph that we will use for our multi-layer analysis approach. Now we will consolidate all the different SQL files inside of the data model. You can see we have different tables, we have SQL files here, expressions that we need to analyze and scan. Now you will see how the agent from Claude will access the graph context and will query it on the fly. And what really impresses me here is that it looks like a brain operating. Now it will access the data in real time and scan the whole graph. It will validate its result against the original files to ensure complete data integrity and compliance. A It always reminds me of a brain operating when I see this. It's quite impressive. Now it's saved all the information that we can continue to our next workflow. Now, let's create the final step to run the DBML model and to propose basically a new architecture by combining multi-level graphs approach from the current selected graph and the pinned semantic model. You see here how it accesses the data and orchestrates the workflow. It will access the application in real time and therefore scan the information it needs to plan a new data model and possible migrations. We will see this file coming up here. And here it is. The file was generated and dropped onto the local disk. I can now open this file and see the code it basically generated for me. Then I can go into DBML, DB diagram tool, and you will see the full model unfolds from Power BI. The second step is basically, since it now knows the Power BI internal model, to map all the columns without transformations originally created from the SQL files with the Power BI to reflect basically the data model that's currently implemented in Power BI but not yet on the data mart onto a new DBML diagram. So now you will see how ABIS will basically use the Power BI model to reflect the relationships by scanning and backtracing all the original columns to the SQL files, creating a new SQL data mart. Here it is. We can paste that into DBML and we will see basically the current data flow and relations in an ER diagram of how different columns are connected together in this integrated data model. It will even highlight different stuff that it found that needs to be added to this model to comply, and it will calculate the different costs. So you see here basically how much time we save and how much time it will cost to basically implement this migration plan. We fully succeeded by creating a multi-level graph dependency analysis in just a few seconds. This usually takes hours and hours, not even hours, but maybe days to generate manually. Updating this documentation can be painful and very hard. Most of the projects I see over my 15 years of consultant and data engineering are that documentation was mostly outdated or even not available. The analysis is now completed. A lot of time and effort saved. It ran over 300 columns and 50 tables, just like that. It's insane. Companies are paying thousands of euros for an analysis like that to high-paid consultants. And it even finds new ways how to model your data. Almost 50 to 150 hours can be saved in this full operation, and it generated basically a full data lineage analysis and ER diagram in just a few minutes, and now I can bill 10,000 euro. This demo showed that the shift in consultancy to agentic BI workflows already applies today. We are so proud at DBI to provide this service and to scale this year in 2026 to provide our clients new kind of services and innovation approach how to handle complex BI systems in enterprise environments. Feel free to stay in touch with us, follow our webinar and YouTube videos. We provide all kinds of videos and agentic workflows that we will post on YouTube for you. Sign up for the newsletter so you don't miss anything. I wish you a good day. Goodbye.